What is up everyone, Movie back again with another video, and today is going to be my top 5 most surprising movies of 2021. I'll also have a top 5 most disappointing videos coming, and I'm going to have my top 10 movies of 2021, which should already be on the channel, and I'm going to be ranking every single movie I watched from worst to best. That'll be coming soon as well. But I just like to do this one and the most surprising ones, and as a little bit of fun really. That's why I only include 5. You know, I don't want to give too much away with my ranking video, but these are just 5 that I think I want to talk about. Why not? It's just a little bit of fun. Now I do have 2 honourable mentions before I get into it, and that is going to be Free Guy. This looked like a little bit of a generic movie to me, and I was just thinking, this is just going to be pretty average, you know, it's a little silly movie there. And it is a little bit of a silly movie at times, but it's also got a lot of heart and a lot of emotional story beats and stuff. And Ryan Reynolds was great in this. I had such a fun time with it. So it didn't quite make this list, but you know, I just thought I'd give it a quick honourable mention here. And the other one is going to be Wrong Turn. Now this was a reboot, and going by the trailers and stuff, I thought, oh, this is going to be just total crap, total cash grab. But they totally went in a whole new direction with it, and it worked for me. I actually enjoyed it more than the original, I think, and it had an amazing ending. And that's another thing I might be doing as well, my top 10 movie moments of 2021, and this ending might just make it in there, who knows, but I'll try and get round to that video as well. Hopefully, I really want to make that, so look out for that one as well. So let's just get into it. Number 5. Number 5 is going to be The Guilty. Now, I didn't really know anything about this, and then I seen that it was starring Jake Gyllenhaal, and one of my friends on Twitter actually said it was a really good film, so I thought, why not? I'll give it a go, and it kind of blew me away. This is basically about Jake Gyllenhaal, who works as this dispatch operator, and he is obsessed with rescuing this woman who's been kidnapped, who's phoned him up and says, my ex-husband has kidnapped me, I need your help. So he's basically doing everything he can to rescue this woman. But what is so fascinating about this movie to me is it all takes place in this dispatch centre, so we never really leave the scene. It's always just Jake Gyllenhaal as the main focus and him on the phone to people. But I really like the arguments he comes out with other people who he's trying to, you know, he's trying to get police officers over there, and they're arguing back with him and stuff, and they're saying, you don't tell me what to do, I tell you what to do. There was funny dialogue in there at times, but it also is a very serious in-tone movie with lots of twists and turns on the way. But the central focus really worked because you had to build this image in your head, and that's what worked about this movie so well for me. I loved seeing what I couldn't see. You know, I had to just visualize it in my head, and that the movie asks you to do that, but it works so well. And Jake Gyllenhaal actually gave one of the best performances he's ever given, in my opinion. I thought he was incredible in this. So number 5 for me, if you haven't checked it out, it's on Netflix, is The Guilty. Number 4 is going to be The Mitchells vs the Machines, and I remember seeing the trailer for this, and I thought, oh, looks like a good animated film, and then the pandemic hit and we never seen it again, and then it just dropped on Netflix, and I was thinking, oh, that film I seen the trailer for at the cinema. I just watched it and went, yeah, I'll throw it on, why not? No, I'll do a little review on it. It's a 2021 film, not much coming out at the cinema at the minute because they were still shut at the time. Wow, I just was blown away by this. This is basically a story about social media and why we shouldn't really be on our phones too much, basically. There's a strong message in there, and it's basically this family who are the last family after this robot apocalypse, and all the robots are coming after them, and they're on this big road trip. Now that might sound simple enough, and it is, but what works here more than anything is the animation. Now the animation here is on another level. It's kind of like Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, but a step up, I feel. I actually thought it was better, and it really does excite me for Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse Part 2, just to see what they can do with this animation style. It's amazing how this all works, how this is all put on screen to the viewer. I just couldn't believe what I was seeing. It was absolute eye candy, and it actually works with the story as well, the way they use this animation. in the character in the character interactions and stuff like that. Everything just works, comes together so well. So it's mainly on this list for how well the animation surprised me, but there's a fun story at heart there as well. There's some funny moments, all great characters. The Mitchells were fun to be around, and the entertainment value didn't stop. So mainly for the animation, I had to put this on the list, but it is quite high on my ranking video, as you will see. So number 4 is The Mitchells vs. the Machines. Number 3 is going to be Rise of the Foot Soldier Origins. Now I can imagine there might be a few people watching this who haven't seen this movie, because this is the 5th film in a franchise that started on VOD, if you like. Most of these movies afterwards have came to VOD or just straight to Blu-ray. This one actually got released onto cinema, which surprised me in a way. So I was thinking, wow, really? I mean, I know it has a cult following here, Rise of the Foot Soldier, but I never thought I'd see another one released at the cinema, especially a 5th entry. And it really was such a good film. It was the best one since the first, which isn't really too hard to follow, because 2, 3 and 4 haven't been great, but people just watch them for a bit of fun. But I was surprised how much better this one was. It was really close to that original in terms of everything I loved from that original. You know, it had all that violent, you know, the violent tone, the serious drama, you know, the great characters we know and love, from Tony Tucker, Pat Tate, who played by Craig Fairbairn. It just gives another brilliant performance. You just don't mess with that guy whatsoever. And this mainly does focus on Tony Tucker's character, played by Teddy Stone. It's nice that he's been given his own little story here, because it's mainly focused around Craig Fairbairn's character, or Ricky Hartnett for character in 1 and 2, who played Carlton Leach. And it, you know, most of this is a true story as well. So I definitely thought it was the best one since the first. And for this, I can't believe we even got a 5th movie. Never mind the 5th movie making my most surprising of the year list, and it being in cinemas. So yeah. Number 3 is Rise of the Foot Soldier Part 5 Origins. Number 2 is going to be Cruella. Now when I seen the trailer for this, I thought, oh, I don't know about this. Emma Stone setting a suit on fire and stuff in the trailer. I was like, oh, this could be really bad. This could be a bad move for Disney, doing an origin story about Cruella de Vil. Wow. When I went to see this, I was just like, I couldn't believe how good it was, how much fun I had. And you just can't judge a film by its trailer, you really can't. Even though the trailer wasn't too bad, but I just thought, oh, this is going to be average or below average, nothing more. Incredible performance from Emma Stone. Also Emma Thompson as well, who's the main villain of this movie. She was fantastic. Both of these characters were great. But it kind of reminded me of a Joker story a little bit, where Cruella's just going crazier as the movie goes on, changing her look about it and stuff. By the way, the hair and makeup design, everything, all the hairstyling was great in this. Visually jaw-dropping film to look at. Loved the whole era of the 70s punk rock era. It was just a great movie. Loved the way they incorporated Horace and Jasper into this. There's Dalmatians in here and everything. You know, it does connect to that original film quite a bit. But I just thought this was definitely a hell of a surprising film. It actually made my top 5 of the year there. That's how great I found this film to be. Yeah, one of the most fun I've had at the cinema all year. So number 2 is Cruella. Number 1 though is going to be Zack Snyder's Justice League. Now this is a film where I just thought, I'm really got to sit through this for 4 hours. Now I hadn't seen the original because so many people had said it was terrible. I didn't run a YouTube channel at the time, and I just couldn't drag my ass to the cinema, especially after hating Batman vs Superman. It was a world I didn't, it was a universe that I didn't want to be part of. I just didn't like where Zack Snyder was taking all of this. And he did have to leave the shooting of the original Justice League due to personal reasons. So that first version isn't his. 20% of that movie is. When we got this, I was just thinking, oh, 4 hours, I've got to sit here through this now because I want to review it for the channel, and I still debated not doing it. And my jaw hit the floor after I watched it. I was just so gobsmacked at how amazing this movie was. It was incredible to me. It was the ultimate superhero movie. It had everything. Ben Affleck was great as Batman. I never knew he was that good. Going by the original Batman vs Superman, he was amazing in this. He's up there now next to Michael Keaton as my favourite Batman. No, he incorporates a lot of other stories well, like Cyborg story that was apparently missing from the original Justice League. Great action scenes, like the bank heist at the start where Wonder Woman saves the day. I loved how R-rated it went for, with like Batman's actually swearing in this movie and stuff. There's an epilogue scene with him and Jared Leto's Joker. I hope Jared Leto has pulled a little bit back there. A lot of people didn't like that scene, but I thought it was great. I loved it. I watched it twice. I watched it a couple of days later again because I loved the movie that much. And I never ever expected in a million years that I would like this film. 4 hours long, and I wanted more. I never got bored once, even on my second viewing. I thought this movie was fantastic. So number 1 is Zack Snyder's Justice League, my most surprising movie of the year. Okay guys, hope you all enjoyed this video. What are your most surprising movies of the year? If you want to leave 5 or 10 below, you know, it'd be great to have a little discussion about that instead of just saying your top 10 best or your top 10 worst. What were your most surprising ones that really you didn't expect much from, but were way better when you watched it? Let me know down below. I'll reply to you all, I promise. Take it all easy guys. I'll see you all next video.